Rodney at Extreme Vocal Studio. We're going to do a quick follow-up to the first video and cover a few of the same topics at a little more depth, dispel a few myths, and answer a few questions I've gotten via email. One of the big things I get asked about is using either drink or food or cigarettes or alcohol or what have you to try and change the sound of your voice or to make it sound grittier or more aggressive. And without exception, across the board, it's always a bad idea. You always want to rely on your technique, and there's no need for outside things to try and influence it. One thing I've heard lately, and it may not be new, and I'm just hearing of it, but this idea of trying to drink a lot of dairy or milk to clog up the throat or add mucus to get more of a gurgle out of death metal vocals or low-end distortion. And this has got to be one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. It really is. Adding that kind of weight and clogging up your throat like that when you're trying to do high-performance vocals, it's the vocal equivalent of wearing a straitjacket to a boxing match. It's just utter stupidity. I guess following this logic, anybody who's lactose intolerant has no future as a death metal vocalist. Just brilliant advice. Truly brilliant. Another one is using really acidic food before going on stage or in the studio to try and burn up your throat a little bit or to make it sound rougher or anything that makes you sound more gruff through carbonation, things like that. Again, what this person's telling you is that they don't know how to do this without damaging your voice. If they say they're going to show you how to do screaming or aggressive vocals without damaging themselves, and then they immediately tell you to start drinking or eating things to damage your voice, they've just told you right there they don't know what they're talking about, and you need to steer clear of that type of thing. They're not out to help you. So that's pretty much the whole lecture on the outside items and the food and that type of thing. Whatever it is, it's just a bad idea. This stuff can be done safely, with good technique, and without damaging yourself. But you have to rely on your technique and your dedication to what you do, not looking for, again, the magic bean that's going to suddenly transform your voice. It's not out there except for just good training and practicing what you do. Real soon, in about a week to 10 days, I'm going to be putting up 2 new videos, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you know when these go up. I'm going to cover a topic in 2 parts that most vocalists seem to ignore, and it can really make a world of difference, and that's going to be equipment. Everything from choosing microphones to performances in the studio, live, how to deal with monitors live, what you're going to run into as far as noise levels, how to choose the right microphone for live versus in the studio, use of headphones, understanding what compression does to your voice. All of these things make a huge difference in your vocal performance and what you're going to get either coming out of the PA or laid to tape or digitally or whatever it is you're using. For some reason, again, vocalists tend to ignore this a lot. No guitar player would show up at a show and just get handed a guitar with any strings that he's never seen before, a pick he's never used, an amp he doesn't use normally, and just go at it, not knowing what to expect. But vocalists do this all the time, and it's usually to their detriment. You know, you can't hear live, you don't get the right mix, you're using a bad mic for your voice and it's not coming across the way it should in the studio. You don't understand all the different things that are affecting the sound of your voice that's going to go to that mix, how and why it works. So we're going to cover that and make sure that you're well equipped for when you go live or in the studio, and that you put out the best possible product and you learn to sing to the mic and to the gear, knowing what's going to come out the other end, rather than just doing a Hail Mary pass with your voice and hoping it turns out right. So that's definitely something I don't see covered a lot. You definitely want to check it out and make sure you learn a little something about it. I hope I can fill some things in and make your life a little easier, because especially for metal guys, getting up on stage with the roaring amps, not being able to hear yourself, it can be miserable. So check them out. If you have any questions you'd like to see addressed in a video, feel free to leave a comment. You can email me at info@extremevocals.com. I'll always get back to you. Twitter at Extreme Vocal Studio. Drop me a line there. In any case, I hope you get something out of it, and I'll see you next time. Before I go, quick shout out to Urzali's Authentic Voodoo for the awesome dog tags. Thank you. Take care.